Hello, my dear English learners. Welcome back to Unmute Your English, the podcast that helps you speak English confidently and fluently. Step by step, one word at a time. Today's episode is very special. We're going to talk about how to never forget English words, and at the same time, you'll get shadowing practice with slow and clear English. So, if you want to remember new vocabulary forever, sound natural, and improve your speaking fluency, this episode is for you. Take a deep breath. Relax. And let's begin. Part 1. Why you forget words. Have you ever learned a new English word, repeated it a few times, maybe even wrote it in your notebook, and then just 2 days later, you completely forgot it? You see the word somewhere and it feels familiar, but you can't remember what it means or how to use it. Don't worry, my friend. You are not alone. This happens to almost every English learner in the world. It's one of the most common problems in language learning, and there's actually a very logical reason behind it. Our brain is an amazing machine, but it has one rule. It only keeps the information it thinks is important. When you learn a new word but never use it, your brain says, this is not important. I don't need to remember this, so it quietly deletes the word from your memory. The truth is, your brain is not trying to make you forget. It's just trying to save energy for things you use often. Think about it. You never forget how to say your name, your address, or your favorite food, right? That's because you use those words all the time. So if you learn a new English word but you don't say it, don't hear it, and don't use it in your daily life, your brain will simply remove it. Just like deleting a file you never open on your phone or computer. But the good news is, you can train your brain to remember words for a long time. The secret is simple but powerful. Use the words again and again. Speak them out loud. Write them in sentences. Listen to them in real conversations. When your brain sees the same word many times in different situations, it understands, this is important, and then it stores it deeply in your long-term memory. That's why passive learning, just reading or listening, is not enough. You need active practice. And this is where shadowing comes in. Shadowing helps you use your ears, your mouth, and your memory at the same time. When you shadow English, you repeat what you hear almost instantly, just like your shadow follows you. It keeps your brain active and focused. In the next part, we'll talk about what shadowing really is and how it can help you never forget English words again. Part 2. What is shadowing? Now let's talk about one of the most powerful and effective techniques to learn English naturally: shadowing. Many English learners struggle to remember words or speak fluently, even after studying for years. They read, they write, they watch English videos, but still, speaking feels hard and unnatural. That's because their brain knows the words, but their mouth doesn't. The connection between what they hear, what they understand, and what they say is not strong enough. Shadowing helps you build that connection. So, what exactly is shadowing? It's very simple, but very effective. Shadowing means listening and repeating what you hear at the same time, almost immediately. Think of your voice as a shadow of the speaker's voice. The speaker says something, and you follow, repeating each word just after them. You don't wait until the sentence finishes. You listen and speak together, like an echo that never stops. That's why it's called shadowing. Because your voice follows the original speaker just like a shadow follows your body. Let's try a short example together. I'll speak slowly. You repeat after me. Ready? I want to improve my English. Repeat it. I want to remember every word I learn. Repeat it. I want to speak clearly and confidently. Repeat it. Excellent. That's how shadowing works. It's not just about repeating words. It's about feeling the rhythm, the pronunciation, and the emotion behind each sentence. When you shadow regularly, your brain starts to think in English. Your pronunciation becomes smoother, and your speaking confidence grows naturally. When you shadow, you are doing three things at the same time: listening, speaking, and understanding. These three actions together train your brain to connect sound, meaning, and memory. You stop translating in your head, and you start speaking automatically, just like native speakers do. Over time, this technique helps you remember vocabulary more easily, improve your listening skills, and even fix your pronunciation. It's one of the fastest ways to build fluency because it makes English an active skill, not just a passive subject you study. So, if you want to speak English confidently and never forget the words you learn, start shadowing every day, even for just 5 minutes. It might feel strange at first, but trust me, it works like magic. Your English will sound more natural, your confidence will grow, and you'll begin to think in English without even trying. Part 3. 3 Secrets to Never Forget English Words. Now let's go deeper and discover the 3 most powerful secrets that will help you remember English words forever. These are simple habits, but if you follow them every day, your English memory will become strong, natural, and permanent. So listen carefully and try to repeat some sentences with me as we go along. Secret 1. Use the word in a sentence. The first secret is simple but very important. Use every new word you learn. Many learners make the mistake of only memorizing words from lists or books. They write the meaning, maybe they say it once, and then move on. But if you don't use a word, your brain won't keep it. The brain remembers through experience, not just reading. So every time you learn a new English word, try to make your own sentences. Speak them out loud, write them down, and use them in your daily conversations or thoughts. For example, let's take the word confident. Don't just say, confident means sure or brave. That's not enough. Instead, connect it to your real life. Repeat after me. I feel confident when I speak English. I want to be more confident every day. See the difference? You are not just learning the word. You are living the word. When you make sentences that are personal and emotional, your brain builds stronger connections, and the word becomes a part of you. Secret 2. Review again and again. The second secret is repetition, and repetition is power. Your memory works like a muscle. If you don't use it, it becomes weak. If you use it again and again, it becomes strong. Many students study hard once a week, but then forget everything a few days later. Instead, It's much better to study a little every day. Even 5 minutes of review is more powerful than one long session. Say it with me. Repetition is the key to memory. I review my words every day. When you repeat words regularly, you move them from short-term memory to long-term memory. It's like building a small path in your brain. Each time you repeat, the path becomes clearer and stronger. You don't have to review hundreds of words every day. Just a few words, but consistently. Write them, say them, and test yourself. Over time, you'll be surprised how easily those words come back when you speak or write. Secret 3. Speak and listen every day. And the third secret is perhaps the most important. Speak and listen to English every single day. Don't just read English. Don't just study grammar or vocabulary silently. You must use your ears and your voice together. That's how you train your brain to think in English. Listening helps you understand pronunciation and rhythm, and speaking helps you express ideas naturally. This is where shadowing becomes your best friend. When you shadow, you listen and speak at the same time. You don't just learn words. You learn how they sound, how they connect, and how they feel when you say them. It's active learning, and it's incredibly powerful. Say it with me. I speak English every day. I listen to English every day. English is becoming natural for me. When you surround yourself with English sounds, your brain starts to accept it as a normal part of your life. You stop feeling like you're studying English, and you start living English. That's the real key to fluency and strong memory. So remember these 3 secrets. Use it, review it, live it. Use every word in your own sentences. Review again and again, even for a few minutes. And finally, speak and listen to English every single day through shadowing, podcasts, and conversation. Do this, and you'll never forget the words you learn again. Part 4. Daily Shadowing Practice. Now that you understand what shadowing is and why it's so powerful, let's move on to the most exciting part. Daily shadowing practice. This is the moment where you actually train your brain and tongue to work together in English. Remember, shadowing is not just about listening. It's about listening and speaking together. It's an active exercise, and it can completely transform your fluency if you make it a daily habit. So find a quiet place where you can speak freely. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and get ready to shadow with me. I'll say each sentence slowly and clearly. Your job is to repeat immediately after me, matching my rhythm, tone, and pronunciation as closely as possible. Don't worry if it's not perfect. The goal is progress, not perfection. Ready? Let's begin. I learn new words every day. Say it again with confidence. Feel the words as you speak them. I learn new words every day. When you say this, you remind yourself that every day is a chance to grow. Even learning 1 or 2 new words is progress. I repeat them again and again. Repetition helps your brain remember. The more you repeat, the deeper the memory becomes. Think of it as watering a plant. Each repetition helps it grow stronger. Say it again. I repeat them again and again. I use them in real life. This is where learning becomes powerful. Don't keep your words in your notebook. Take them out and use them. Say them when you talk to friends, write them in messages, or speak them aloud when you think in English. Repeat. I use them in real life. I speak English without fear. Fear is the biggest enemy of fluency. Every time you speak, you're not just practicing English, you're building courage. Don't worry about mistakes. They are proof that you're learning. Say it proudly. I speak English without fear. I remember what I learn. Believe in your memory. Your brain is powerful and capable of amazing things. When you learn with attention, repetition, and emotion, you will remember. Say it with conviction. I remember what I learn. English is becoming easy for me. This is an affirmation, a positive statement that tells your brain, I can do this. The more you believe English is easy, the more natural it becomes. Say it once more. English is becoming easy for me. Excellent. You did an amazing job. This simple daily practice, even for just 5 minutes a day, can have a huge impact on your English fluency. When you shadow, your mouth gets used to English sounds, your ears learn to recognize patterns, and your brain starts connecting words faster and more naturally. You begin to think in English, not translate. That's when real fluency starts. If you make this a part of your daily routine, maybe in the morning while getting ready, during your commute, or before bed, you'll notice a big difference within a few weeks. Your confidence will grow, your pronunciation will improve, and speaking English will start to feel automatic. So remember, the key is consistency. Practice shadowing every single day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Listen carefully, repeat immediately, and keep going. Your English will grow faster than you think. And one day, you'll realize you're speaking fluently without even trying. Part 5. Motivation. Believe in your progress. My friend, I want you to remember something very important. Forgetting is not failure. It's simply a natural and necessary part of the learning process. Every learner, even native speakers, forget words sometimes. So when you forget an English word, don't feel sad or disappointed. It doesn't mean you're bad at English. It just means your brain is still organizing new information. In fact, forgetting is one of the ways your brain learns what to remember long term. When you review and relearn a forgotten word, the memory becomes even stronger than before. So, instead of feeling frustrated, smile and say, "Great, I have a chance to learn it again. Better this time." Every time you repeat a word, you are strengthening your memory. It's like lifting weights for your brain. Each repetition builds mental muscles. Every time you speak, you are becoming more fluent, even if you don't notice it right away. Every time you listen carefully, your brain is learning to recognize patterns, sounds, and natural speech rhythm. Progress in language learning is often invisible at first, but it's always happening quietly in the background. That's why the key is consistency, not perfection. You see, many learners quit too early. They think, I'm not improving, or my English is still bad. But the truth is, you are improving. Slowly, steadily, and deeply. It's like watching a plant grow. You don't see the changes every day, but under the surface, the roots are getting stronger. So don't stop watering your English skills. Keep going, even when it feels hard. Keep listening, Keep speaking, keep practicing. One day you'll look back and realize how far you've come. Now let's say this together. Speak it clearly and with confidence. I can do this. I am improving. I never give up. Beautiful. Every time you say these words, you're not just practicing English. You're building belief in yourself. Remember, motivation and consistency are your strongest tools. Keep your heart open, your mind focused, and your spirit strong. Because every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to fluency. You are learning, you are growing, and you are doing amazing. So let's summarize everything we've learned today. If you want to never forget English words, there are a few simple but powerful steps you must follow. First, use every new word in sentences. Don't just memorize words from a book or a list. Speak them out loud, write them in your own sentences, and use them in conversations or thoughts. When you connect words to your real life, your brain understands that these words are important and worth remembering. Second, review your words every day. Even just a few minutes of daily practice is far more effective than long, irregular study sessions. Repetition strengthens your memory and helps move words from short-term memory to long-term memory. Each time you review, your memory becomes stronger, and recalling words becomes easier and faster. Third, practice shadowing. Listen to English sentences and repeat them immediately, just like a shadow follows your body. This technique connects your listening, speaking, and memory skills all at once. It trains your brain to think in English, improves pronunciation, and makes speaking more natural. Remember, listen, repeat, and believe in yourself. If you follow these steps consistently, something amazing will happen. Your memory will become strong, your pronunciation will improve, and English will start to feel natural, almost like your first language. You'll notice yourself speaking more confidently, thinking in English, and remembering words effortlessly. Thank you so much for listening to Unmute Your English. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Keep shadowing every day. Keep learning consistently. And most importantly, keep speaking English with confidence. Every small step you take brings you closer to fluency. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.